All right, gang, let's go ahead and begin. Again, good morning. Happy that you're here with us. First of all, starting out on our Schoology homepage, you'll notice that all of Unit 4 has been planned out and is on the calendar. So I mentioned that starting with this unit, we're going to start moving toward not meeting together every morning. You'll still have things that you need to get done, but we won't necessarily be joining together at Teams at 9 o'clock. All right. So this is the kind of the sequence or the kind of pacing that I would recommend you follow. This will be how I'll go through the material if it were in person, and I've got an in-person class also during the day. This is the pace that we'll go through. All right, but if you want to move ahead and move faster than others, you're more than welcome to. So you'll see that everything is on here for the week. Later today, I'll go through and I will post videos dated for each day, but I'll try to post the entire week ahead of time. All right, so we won't meet tomorrow for Tuesday. We won't meet on Wednesday, but I'll post the lessons and the videos for that in the daily videos folder, dated for Tuesday and Wednesday. But if you want to do them all on Tuesday, if you want to do them all today, you're welcome to do that. All right, we will meet again then on Thursday. So we'll kind of touch base. We'll check in. We'll see how the 3 days have gone. All right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, since we won't meet Tuesday and Wednesday. So we'll kind of just check in and see how everybody's doing, answer any questions if anybody has any. I'll go through, I'll walk you through kind of the lesson for Thursday. Then I'll turn you loose like we had been, and then we won't meet again on Friday either. All right, so we're only going to meet today and on Thursday this week together live at 9 o'clock with Teams. All right, so then it's up to you to stay current and get the work done that you need to get done. So Tuesday's work will still have a due date of Wednesday morning. Wednesday's work will still have a due date of Thursday morning, and so on. But if you want to get them all done ahead of time, if you want to pace yourself, just kind of doing a little bit each day as suggested by the calendar, it's completely up to you how you handle that. All right. So with that, we are starting in on Unit 4. I know a number of you have stopped in to get the notes packets to go along with Unit 4. If you haven't stopped in yet, please make sure that you do so. All right, for today on Monday, what you'll need to do is on the 4.1 page, when you come in here, you'll notice first that there's a presentation called Intro to Banking. So Unit 4 is all about deposit institutions, financial institutions. 4.2 gets into the different types of accounts that can keep your money safe. So if you want kind of a background information, background knowledge, or just kind of an introduction to some of these topics, all right, this presentation is set up kind of like a YouTube channel with different categories and subjects along the top, and then video primers on each of the topics. All right, so if you want to go through and watch any of these videos, you're welcome to. So this first one is just kind of, again, just an introduction to how banking works, how these financial institutions operate, and so on. But then you can move along these top labels and get into specific categories. So we've got commercial banks, savings banks, credit unions, internet banks, and deposit insurance. All right. You'll also notice on some of these pages, you'll see a down arrow that just simply says that there's an additional video. Sometimes I'm able to get 2 on a page, right? With credit unions, credit unions are very different than banks, kind of in the back end of it, how they're operated. For a customer, there's not a ton difference. Your interaction with a teller at a credit union is going to be very similar as to a bank. Your interaction on mobile banking with their apps, right, are going to be very similar with a credit union than a bank. But kind of the management of credit unions, the organization of a credit union, those are pretty different. And so there's a few extra videos on credit unions to talk about like what they are and what sets them apart. All right, commercial banks, savings banks are similar, but there are slight differences. Internet banks or online banks, all right, exist only online. So there's no physical location to go to. And so this this article kind of walks you through. You can click on this and it'll open up another page and you can read through that article. And then the video walks through a little bit. And then deposit insurance, why is putting your money in a bank or a credit union, why is putting your money into a financial institution considered safe? this video talks through the insurance of your deposits with the bank, and then down below, insurance with credit unions. So those videos are there if you would like just kind of short primers on any of those topics. I'm not going to require that you watch all of them or even any of them. They're just there for additional references and a resource. All right. But what you will need to do today is go through the 4.1 depository institutions presentation. So deposit just means to put money into an account. All right. Not all financial institutions allow deposits, but there are those institutions that do, as we kind of previewed, right? Savings banks, commercial banks, credit unions, internet banks, and so on. All right. And so this kind of walks through how each of them are similar and different, key aspects of them, gives a quick little preview of the two most common types of accounts, being checking accounts and savings accounts, but we'll talk much more about that when we get into 4.2. All right, so go through that presentation. It's relatively short, it's straightforward. All right, and then you'll have two worksheets to complete this 4.1, what do they offer, and 4.1, alike but different. So those are the two for today. Tomorrow, obviously, you can work ahead if you would like, but tomorrow we'll be doing an online banking simulation. Again, we won't meet together, but I will have a video for that kind of walks through what you'll need to do. There's an enrichment activity. Just as a reminder, all enrichment activities are optional. They can help boost your employability standard score, but they are not required at all. All right, so this would be, if you want to pace yourself, the presentation and these first two worksheets would be Monday, online banking simulation would be Tuesday, and then Wednesday we get into, you can see on here, on Wednesday we're going to get into 4.2. All right, so you can kind of follow along there. With regard to the worksheets for today, the what do they offer? All right, what you'll need to do is go online and pick a local bank and a local credit union and just see how they're similar, how they're different. All right, and so you'll come on here and you'll notice it asks for the name of the bank, then their web address, so like www. whatever, wellsfargo.com, www.Lynn Area Credit Union, although they're changing their name, Green State Credit Union, right, whatever. All right, the nearest physical address. So that means where is the closest actual location that you could walk into if you needed to. All right, then you're going to go on their website and you are going to just kind of poke around a little bit and find what the minimum balance requirements to open a checking or a savings account. Sometimes you only need about maybe as little as $5 to open the account. Some institutions require at least $50 to open the account, or at least $100. So you'll need to kind of explore their website and find out what those are. Then find where the information about a basic savings account. So the most basic savings account, what's the interest that's paid on that? All right, and then create a screenshot of that. And if you're unsure about how to create a screenshot, okay, there's a little note off to the side here. Okay, and so you'll include that screenshot and then other products or services that the website highlights. So that is for a bank. All right, the second page, you're going to do the same exact thing except for a local credit union. All right, the second worksheet is alike but different. You can see it's broken up into 4 quadrants. Each one of these is taken an aspect of something within that presentation, and you're comparing how they're similar and how they're different. So you'll notice in the top left corner, it's comparing banks and credit unions. So you're going to describe or define each, talk about how they're similar, and then talk about something that makes each of them unique from one another. And the upper right, checking accounts and savings accounts. Again, define them. How are they similar? What's something about them that is different? Bottom right, checks and debit cards. And then bottom left, you're looking at online banking versus mobile banking. All right. So not a huge task or workload today. So you can get through all of that today. And if you want to move ahead, like I said, it's completely up to you. Tuesday and Wednesday, we won't meet. So it's just up to you to make sure that you're kind of keeping pace with us so that on Thursday, when we're ready to go into the second part of 4.2, okay, you're caught up and current, as well as ready for any questions or concerns or things that are unclear from these first 3 days. All right. So we will, again, work today, work tomorrow, work Wednesday on your own. Thursday, we'll meet again. We'll check in, and then I'll remind you again that we won't be meeting on Friday. All right. So that's kind of an overview of the week. Relatively short unit, just the 2 standards. So we'll get through all of Unit 4 this week. We'll come back after the weekend. We'll review on Monday, and then we'll test on Tuesday. All right. So that's where we're at. That's where we're headed for this week. and into next week. All right. So let me know if anything's unclear, if you're having trouble accessing anything, any other issues or questions that you have. Please let me know. Otherwise, I'll turn you loose. Use your time wisely. We will not meet tomorrow. We will not meet Wednesday. We'll talk again on Thursday. All right. See you, everybody. Have a good couple days.